I realized as I was going back to my old videos that I always talk a lot about like my martial arts and how martial arts has been very good for me. But I realized I never really talk about why anybody should start martial arts. And I realized that, martial arts is a very important part of my life. It was the first thing that taught me discipline, respect, how to defend myself. And those are all very, very, very important things. And they add a lot to my personality now in life as, I am I'm very disciplined for a 15-year-old who's still in high school. I'm pretty respectful towards my elders. I have a huge like security in myself knowing I can like beat up anybody that tries to fight me or eventually my future girlfriend or my future kids. And that that security is very, very, very important because I know I can go around relaxed and easy, and whenever something comes up, trouble happens, I will be able to defend myself and the people that I love. So today I'm going to talk about why you should really, really, really consider joining any type of martial arts school. It can be boxing, kickboxing, jujitsu, karate, taekwondo, anything like that is really just something martial artsy is very, very important for men to have because it gives that respect, it gives that discipline, and it gives that security. And currently, I'm enrolled in almost kind of a mix of taekwondo and karate where we do a lot of kicks, but we also do a lot of chops, punches, everything like that, where it's a mix of both of them pretty much. And, I'm just going to talk through my experiences in, the martial arts world and why I think everybody should do it and why I think you should really start it as soon as possible. All right. So let's start from the beginning. I was introduced to karate at the age of maybe 2. I was very, very young when I was introduced to it. I was at this place called the Little Gym, and they had a little karate class there, and we just learned a couple punches, couple kicks. It was very, very like kids karate, and it was great. I had a lot of fun doing it. I did it with my brother, and we would use our moves on us a lot of the time. So it was fun, and it was fun. And, that fun combined with the fact that as a kid, I had, anger problems. I was very disrespectful. I would bite people a lot, even though I was at like 3. I would hit people a lot. I was very, very emotional and like angry as a kid. So my parents found this place called Master Method Karate. And it's not so much a karate school as it is like a place to teach kids important values like learning how to deal with bullies, learning how to defend yourself in case a bully decides to, attack you, learning respect, learning discipline for kids. So once again, it was very kids karate. I learned a bunch of kicks. They told me I was doing such a great job. I did belt promotions, everything like that, and it was really, it was fun to do. I loved it as a kid, and I still love it now. And, that's honestly what I think everybody should go through. Because as a kid, karate is not our focus. If you're still, if you have a younger brother that's 4 or 5, I started Master Method when I was 3, then his focus should not be how to fight someone. He's 4. He's never gonna have to actually get into a fist fight with anybody at 4 years old. And if he does, nobody's gonna get hurt through it. They're 4. So if you're a kid or you have a younger brother or a son that you think might want karate, get to a place that has like a very kids karate almost. Something where, they teach them kicks, they teach them punches, yes, but everything is more about learning confidence, respect, discipline, everything like that, because that is really what is very important about martial arts. And if you can instill that from a very young age, the kicks and punches, they'll come. But if you can instill the discipline and the respect very early, then they'll stay for those kicks and punches to come. They'll stay for when it starts to really help them. So, yeah, when I was a kid, it was very kids karate, but it was literally my first glimpse into discipline, into respect, into everything like that. And it was still very fun, and it was a very healthy, encouraging environment for me to be in as a little child. So I did that for years, and then COVID happened, and I got very like out of karate. I stopped doing it consistently. I would do it like once a week, and that really hurt me because, I was losing that respect. I was losing that discipline. I started eating and hiding a bunch of junk food in my house. This is the time when I became, depressed, diagnosed depressed, everything like that. This was that time when I didn't have that karate to teach me anymore. And when I got out of COVID, I came back to the studio. Everything started to click for me. I was doing maybe like 5 classes, 6 classes, 7 classes a week. I started doing kickboxing. I went and did MMA classes with my grandmaster, who is a 7-time kickboxing world champion and a 10th degree black belt. So that helped me out a lot. And you see, that is when the kicks and punches became for me. I was doing kickboxing, I was doing MMA on top of regular karate. And I started to become very, very, very confident and secure in myself because, I was like, I had knockout power in my hands, I felt, and knockout power in my feet. And I felt like I could fight anybody and I would be able to win. I felt like there could be a 7 foot, 500-pound guy and I'd still find a way to beat him. And that is what's very important. Having the security to know I can beat up pretty much anybody in hand-to-hand combat is very, very secure. And it's very, very helpful to have that notion in your mind. But if you teach that to a little kid, they're going to end up beating someone up because they can't. So that is why I really think that it's important for the very healthy kids karate where they learn discipline, respect, and how to, control their emotions before you teach them how to be dangerous with kicks and punches and stuff. So find a place that is very kids karate, very, healthy, very encouraging to kids, not a very strict, harsh, like do this 100 push-ups, everything like that. No. Just find a place that's very kids karate, very disciplined if you're going to start as a kid. If not, I would still find a place that has a lot of kids karate components because I know a lot of high schoolers, they're very, they've got raging testosterone levels, their hormones are all out of whack because they're going through puberty. And, I know a lot of high school kids are very, like, they want to fight someone. And that's not healthy. It's not going to help us in any way. So I still think that the approach where you don't learn your kicks and punches and how to really hurt someone first, I really think that you should spend at least a year learning discipline, learning the respect, learning the stoicism, emotional control to understand I I should not be using these. These are a last resort. And really like drill that into your brain that these are not something to be taken lightly. These are a last resort to anything to start fighting someone. And then you learn how to hurt someone. Because if you the most dangerous man is one that knows how to hurt someone, but not why not to hurt someone. Someone who, has the ability to really, really hurt someone, but doesn't have the knowledge to know when to do it. Because then that starts unnecessary fights, unnecessary, you know, deaths, injuries, things like that. Because, in high school, a lot of kids who want to hurt someone, and, they don't know when is acceptable to hurt someone, and they just want to hurt someone really. But those kids, a lot of the times, are not capable of hurting anybody. They cannot capably, like with their hands and feet alone, kill someone. And that is very, very important because if you have a kid that can capably knock someone out or kill someone just with their hands and feet, but they have that same ideas of, oh, I want to fight someone, I want to hurt someone, that is very, very dangerous because, as I've seen with especially my karate studio, I have the capability to kill someone with my hands. Yes, I do. I could choke them out. I could punch their throat and break it, something like that, where I am pretty much the strongest teenager in my karate school at this point. And, it's not a very competition oriented karate school at all. We're a very not almost like not really a karate studio, if that makes sense. We're not like a competition karate studio at all. We care more about the mental aspect of karate than the physical aspect of karate. But still, I am by far the strongest, most talented, well, not most talented, but I guess I'm by far the best fighting teenager at my karate school. I could kill like all of the students, I could hurt a lot of the instructors and, but those years of kids karate I have taught me I don't need to do that. That's not important to me. I don't want to do that. That's not why I'm here. So I understand that I have the capability to kill anybody with my hands and feet only, but I don't want to. That is a terrible thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that on my mind. I don't want that on my hands. I could ruin his life. I could ruin his family's life just by doing that. So you really need to make sure that you have that mental discipline to know I have this ability, but I really need to take it responsibly. So that's why I think that joining a very mentally focused karate studio is right because our karate studio, yes, we do kicks, we do punches. Yes, I can hurt someone with them. And, I know how to hurt someone with them. But I don't want to hurt someone with them because they have their whole thing is teaching people confidence, teaching people respect, teaching people stoicism, essentially, emotional control. And, that is the most important part about martial arts, especially for self-improvement, is teaching that emotional control, respect, and discipline, not really the kicks and punches. So if you want to do karate or any other martial arts competitively, be my guest. I think that's great. But if you just want to join a karate studio because, I said to, or because you want to be secure in yourself, join a non-competition karate school that really only that doesn't do a lot with kicks and punches because it's going to really be better for you because especially the karate school I'm in focuses more on the mind, and that helps me a lot because I can learn all the discipline and everything from there, and then I can put it into action myself. I have a bag downstairs that I hit on a lot. Ooh, that sounded bad. I have a bag downstairs that I hit a lot. Yeah. I do kickboxing classes. I used to do MMA classes, but unfortunately they got stopped. But I still do the kickboxing classes. So, just learning the mind is great. And then you can teach yourself how to become dangerous because they'll teach you the kicks, they'll teach you the punches, and then you can add the power and speed to them on your own because you have that discipline and respect. So, really, I really recommend in the next 24 hours talking to your parents or setting up an appointment to try a karate school and joining one very soon because it really, really helped me. And I think it will really, really help you as well. So, if you are still living at home with your parents, they still control you're a teenager, they still control everything you do. This actionable step for this video, go downstairs or go where your parents are or wait for them to get home if they're not home in the next day or so. All you got to do, go talk to your parents, ask them about joining the karate studio, and maybe try and set up an appointment with one. That's all I want you to do. All right. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Bye bye.